Shelly Palmer is the CEO of the Palmer Group and is Professor of Advanced Media in Residence at Syracuse University. He joins me now from New York. Thanks for being with us.
My pleasure. How are you tonight?
Very well, thank you. So the White House is urging Congress to quickly pass a new bipartisan Senate bill that would give the Biden administration the power to ban TikTok nationwide, calling the app a threat to national security. What threat does TikTok pose, do you think?
Well, I mean, it's very addictive, probably the most addictive algorithm of all. So if you're afraid of having your children addicted to social media, I guess that's a big issue. That's not what the Biden administration is concerned about. They're fully politicizing this. And look, China and the United States have a, let's just say, complicated relationship. And there's a lot of politics involved here. But if the Biden administration is really concerned about what TikTok is doing with data, they have to be equally concerned about Facebook and Google and Snapchat and Twitter and every other social media site, because realistically, the data that is taken from us every day far from other sites far exceeds what TikTok is taking.
Interesting. And of course, the goal of this bill, once it becomes legislation, is to prevent companies with ties to China, as you mentioned, from being pressured into handing over the information or communications records of American users. So what information does TikTok actually have access to, and what data is it collecting from these users?
So your phone collects an immense amount of data, and TikTok gets a fair amount. TikTok is a single news feed or a single feed. So it understands precisely what you like. You teach it in a very well-reinforced environment what it is that you like the most. So it kind of knows your preferences. If you've logged in to TikTok, then it's got your login information, and that's about it. And it will have your TikTok password. So it knows what you like, it knows your preferences, and it understands who you are. That's pretty much it. Your phone knows your location, what time of day, and everything else there is that a phone can possibly collect. So the phone itself knows an awful lot, and TikTok may have access to some of that information. But again, so does every other social media site and every other site that you go to in the United States. Almost everybody drops a cookie and follows you around everywhere. So this can't be about the data. This has to be about the politics.
And TikTok's CEO says the company has never received a request from China for information about American users and would never comply even if it were asked. Do you believe that?
You know what? It's not for me to say, honestly, that whether that's true or not, that's between the Chinese government and the local TikTok guys. And again, this has been highly politicized. I want everybody to understand so much data is collected from each and every one of us every day that we have absolutely no visibility into. If the government is really concerned about protecting us, then they need to protect us from all data gathering, not just data gathering that might end up in the hands of foreign governments. Because really, most of the data that people are politicizing right now is simply there to put the right message in front of the right person at the right place at the right time. This is like, really? Okay, they kind of know that you like to watch woodworking and you like to watch baseball. That's what they're going to know. Are they going to use that? If people want to mount a campaign of propaganda, there are many, many other ways than TikTok for the Chinese government to come in here without any restrictions whatsoever and really have their way with us. We're in an active cyber war, an enduring cyber war with China right now. That is something of concern. TikTok, not so much.
And TikTok is apparently negotiating a possible agreement with the Biden administration that could allow the app to continue operating in the US. How likely is it that this will happen? And is this a better option than this blanket ban?
TikTok is an incredibly popular app, probably one of the most popular social media apps. And to be fair and frank, they should reach an agreement. But again, this is a real problem that is being politicized. And I would really like it if the Biden administration would take data privacy and cybersecurity as seriously as they're taking this supposed threat. I'm not saying that if TikTok were to give all this data to the Chinese government, that would be good, bad, or indifferent. And I'm not trying to be political or apolitical about it. Just as someone who is really deeply into data science, there are very, very dangerous aspects of this that are not being addressed. So I'd like to see TikTok reach an agreement. If they don't, they don't. It's a business. They'll have to just deal with it, however the government deals with it. But everybody who's listening should be thinking very seriously about what data is available and that, should be private, and what information and knowledge you have about it. And if you are concerned, you should contact your elected officials and make your feelings known.
Shelly Palmer, some good advice there. Appreciate you talking with us. Thank you.
All right. You have a good night.